Okay, so this is the second part of the video for Unit 5, Phonology. This is the second part of the video. We are going to see minimal pairs. There is a connection between phonemes and minimal pairs. Okay, we are going to see it here. In minimal pairs, there will be a group of words that we should decide if it is minimal pairs or it is not. For it to be a minimal pair, it should follow 3 rules. The first rule is that the sounds in the phonetic transcription must be the same number. There should be the same number of sounds in the phonetic transcription. That means that here it should be the same number of sounds in these examples. Now you see there is the examples given here is might, kite, height, and white. Okay, so we're not concerned with how many letters it is having. We don't care how many letters it's having. Might is having 5, kite is having 4, height is having 6. It doesn't matter with us. But what matters with us is that how many sounds are there in the phonetic transcription. So for them to be minimal pairs, it should have the same number of sounds. So it is 4 in might, it is 4 in kite, it is 4 in height, it is 4 in white. So it is following the first rule, that is, it should have the same number of sounds in the phonetic transcription. The second rule says that the change should be consistent. That means the change should be either in the beginning of all the words, at the end of all the words, in the beginning of all the sounds, at the end of all the sounds, or in the middle of all the sounds. So let's see, for example, here in might, kite, height, and white, there is change in the beginning. There is change in the beginning of each phonetic transcription. So it follows the second rule. All of these words, there is change only in the beginning sound, not in the middle or at the end sound. And all of them, it is in the beginning, not like in might it's in the beginning, in kite it's at the end. All of them are having in the beginning. All the change is consistent. So as I told you earlier, that phonemes and minimal pairs are having a connection. So if we're going to take example for might. Okay, this is how might is written in phonetic transcription, and this is how kite is written in phonetic transcription. So what happens over here, this and this k is phonemes. Okay, they are phonemes. That means if comes in place of k, but if k comes in place of the meaning will change, and hence they are called phonemes. So basically this is it with minimal pairs. And the third rule is that there should be the change should be, we said the first rule that it should have the same number of sounds, and we said the second, the change should be consistent, and the third rule is that the change should be only in one sound, not in more than one sound. So here in might, kite, height, and white, there is change only in one sound. That's k, in might, k in kite, h in height, w in white. So there is only one. So we said 3 rules. The first rule, it should have the same number of sounds in the phonetic transcription. Number 2, the change should be consistent. It should be same either in the beginning of all the sounds, or at the middle of all the sounds, or at the end of all the sounds. The third rule, we said that there should be change only in one sound, not in more than one sound. So that is it with minimal pairs. Here we have continuation of more examples, and here they're saying that if each word is replaced, if the phoneme here in number 5, b is replaced with r, or r is replaced with b, it's going to change the meaning, and that is it. Then the exercises, we will see them later. Okay, now let's see what is assimilation and other phenomena. So here in assimilation, they say that we are now doing phonology. We are focusing on words and not on sounds. So when 2 words come beside each other, for example, the sound, there is 2 words, okay, words. The word A is beside B. So if we want to pronounce A, we are going to pronounce A, and it is affected, the sound, how we pronounce A is affected by the B that is beside it. That means that the first word, the pronunciation of the first word will be affected by the word beside it, or the second word will be affected by the word beside it. So basically it says that each word is affected by the other word that is beside it. So that is assimilation. We are going to see the examples that is given here. That is good girl. So if we just say good, in British we are going to just say good as it is, good. And if we pronounce girl, we will pronounce girl as it is. The R is not pronounced in the girl, it's just girl, okay? So it's good alone by itself, as there is good. By itself, it's good. If girl is by itself, it's girl. But when both of them come beside each other, when they come beside each other, the first word good is affected by the second word girl. So when we are talking, we don't usually, this is how it is supposed to be, that we should not pronounce it's affecting. So it's not good girl, it's gonna be good girl, it's gonna be good boy, it's gonna be for example, good morning. We don't always say good morning, we say good morning. So we forget the last D in good. So this rule, the rule is same. That means the first word may be affected by the second may be affected by the first, but exactly the change in the word is not same. Okay, so it may change according to the words, and it's not given for us here. The only example we have is good girl and good boy. I'm going to cover up the linking R and intrusive R in the next video.